Hey review family, keep it high, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morse, the review guy reviewing music for the love of music, and I'm back again to bring you another video. And in this one I'm going to be covering the new Suicide Silence record entitled Become the Hunter. New album from the poster band of Deathcore, Mitch, one of the greatest frontmen in Deathcore, arguably the best frontman in Deathcore, who tragically died in a motorcycle accident. They ended up replacing him with Eddie from All Shall Perish. This is a bit of a different review because I would like to think that by now people understand what happened with Suicide Silence. Through publicity, through things like Jared Dines memes and things like that, it was a very known issue. The singles in anticipation for this record were the type of things that people were thinking it was going to be the grandiose comeback. It was going to be the tour de force. They're about to come back with a vengeance. And while that is true on one hand, on another, it's not what people wanted. They really missed the point entirely. I think they felt guilty. Guilty about their self-titled album, and they wanted to siphon back some of their fan base, so they thought, let's come out with the most cookie-cutter deathcore record that we possibly can. And that is basically what they did. Take the very first track, The Meltdown. It sounds like a Make Them Suffer track, or one of those really shitty symphonic deathcore bands that don't know how to do symphonic elements with those weird choir vocals in, and it just sounds like a big chug fest. Feel Alive feels like a band trying to do a cover of a classic Suicide Silence track. It sounds like a Suicide Silence cover band. And In Hiding shows how one-dimensional they've come with their breakdowns. I'm not the type of person that holds other people to the same standard as someone that came before them, but it's hard to really ignore that Eddie's not Mitch. His vocals are not the same. And in my opinion, I don't think he is as capable of a vocalist as Mitch was. And Eddie's boring one-note growls across this record, combined with the fact that this band now sounds like they are just siphoning ideas from all of the other contemporary deathcore bands that have succeeded them. I'm talking bands like Oceano and bands especially like Lorna Shore. It's pretty hard to ignore the fact that they sound a lot like these contemporary bands that are now better than them. It's like they're an old band trying to appeal to the youth by copying the sound that is popularized right now. From the extremely low-tuned breakdowns and the chug-fest riffs and the rolling percussion and the deep guttural growls trying to sound as monstrous as they possibly can, but they're missing the point entirely. Not only are the bands in the contemporary that they're clearly copying doing what they do better, it's like they're missing the mark entirely, going past it, going to another ethosphere, and not having any of the unique qualities that made Suicide Silence such a trailblazing band to begin with. And it's the type of thing that almost makes me want the band to just call a quits. They have so many good records under their catalog that they are digging their own grave now. And this isn't the final nail in their coffin. It's a serviceable deathcore record, but it is so damn forgettable it hurts. And another example, I'll give another example. The second track, Two Steps, has some of the most one-note deathcore riff writing and just songwriting in general that I've heard. It's just a shame. It's sad that these lyrics, these songs, are just so, they came out so mundane. They just are okay, and okay is about the worst compliment you can possibly get. And I'm not just saying that from my perspective of me saying it, I'm saying in general. If your only compliment that you can get is, well, at least it's not their last record, that is an extremely low bar you're coming up to. Through the repeated times that I listened to this record, I was trying to grasp what the band was doing, and to me, it just sounds like a sore attempt to try to make a classic Suicide Silence record, minus all the grit, minus all the girth, minus all the songwriting, minus all the ingenuity, minus all the originality, and minus the edge that made them so interesting in the first place. And I just want to distance this record from me because it is just so forgettable that I will forget about this in the coming months. Or at least until List Week comes at the end of the year, which it'll probably land on like most disappointing albums or something. I'm gonna be giving this album a 4.5 out of 10. And that is a wrap. Have you heard this new Suicide Silence record, Become the Hunter? If you have, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. I would love to discuss the record with you. Maybe you loved it. I would love to hear it. If so, be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is. My name is Jay Morse, the review guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.